Team. So of course, today we're going to be doing some more automation and some more BeamNG.drive. So I'm going to be firing up automation in just a second. And let's see what we're going to do today. Today I have started automation prior to the stream. So, yep, there it is already. There we go. But now, what do I build? Let's have a look at all the bodies. I want to build something a little bit older, I guess. Okay, so there's the Corvette body with the... I guess it could also be a Stratos body, somewhat. And there's an 80s sedan. Some 75 bodies here. This body used to be bugged and extremely heavy, right? Apparently they fixed that, I think. Supposedly. I kind of like this one as well. No idea why there are so many versions of this body. Let's put a 1975 eco box, right? We could do that. So yeah, with this one. It should be cheap, so we're gonna go with steel. And steel. Transfers. Yeah, let's go to torsion beam maybe. Yeah, let's go torsion beam. And this is high cost worth 3296. How's it going? Is it possible to make a rear engine sedan in the game? I don't believe it is. Let's make it like a 1.4. There we go. And tubular headers. Oh yeah, it's knocking quite a lot. Boxer 4 is possible, but for an eco car, I think because the inline 4 is cheaper to make, it's the better choice in this situation. Ah, yeah, okay. Okay, 55 horsepower should be fine. Now let's see. This is the sedan. It's the 3-door hatchback actually. And then this. Well, yeah, this has the trunk here, whereas this folds up all the way. I guess I'm gonna go with, is there no 5-door version of this? There isn't, I guess, so let's just keep it like that. Right. And then, wait, the bumpers? Yeah. Now let's leave them in the same color. And why is the music gone, by the way? I don't know why sometimes if you switch, the music just goes away. Okay, and then a pretty simple grill like this. No, not that. Like this. Maybe not this one though, because it does not look very smooth. Guess I'm going with this then. And then, hey LHHGTS, how's it going? Let's make a couple of these just so. And then this is an eco car, so let's do that. And side indicators. Sadly, this isn't available as a 5-door hatchback, otherwise I would have done that. And then for taillights, I guess something like this would be adequate. And then one exhaust. And a number plate. I guess that's all this car really needs. Actually, you know what it definitely needs is a gas door. So let's put that down. You know what? I like this one for this kind of car. And I guess we're done. Four speeds. Open diff. Hard long life road tires, probably 175s all around is more than enough. Actually more like 165s, I think. Wheels, nah. These ones maybe. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with these. And then and then let's see, drums. Brakes, I should say. I think we're gonna go with drum brakes on the rear. No under tray. 4 seats. This doesn't have any antennas or no radio. This is an eco box after all. No power steering. Shouldn't really need it either. It must comply to the safety standards, so it has to have standard safety in my opinion. And then you have 38 drivability, no comfort. Then again, like, mid-70s eco boxes weren't exactly the most comfortable thing either. I mean, they would have more than zero comfort, admittedly. But this only goes 133 kilometers an hour. Then again, it only has 55 horsepower too, so shouldn't be too surprising. This scores extremely well in fun budget. How is this fun? .5 seconds 0 to 100. I mean, slow, but not atrocious, I guess, for an eco box of this time. The braking distance isn't awful either. It's extremely cheap. How is this a budget pony car? A big engine with rear-wheel drive, neither of which this car has. This does not have a big engine, it's a 1.4 liter, and it's not rear-wheel drive. How does this score 100.6? Anyway. I think since this is such a cheap car, I don't think it needs... it doesn't really need that much in the way of like trim or fancy details. So I guess it's fine for now. So it's like sometimes automation is weird. Yeah, that's true. So okay. This isn't gonna be exported to Beam. Actually, I mean we could, just for something, just for a little just for a little bit of variety, I guess. So far we've only driven mostly fast cars, haven't we? So 1.4. And okay, so there was that. I want to build something else too. But what? A car with this body, maybe. Or with this body. Make like a big old flagship muscle car. Sure, I don't think I've done that yet. Actually, this one's larger, so should probably go with that. Yeah, okay. Now this thing's gonna be heavy. Let's go like 70. This thing's gonna be heavy, but let's give it corrosion resistant steel panels. Now, probably a monocoque or a space frame. One or the other. What do you think would be? Use the muscle car. You mean the Ford Falcon body? I've used that many times before. You know, there weren't only cars that all looked like the, you know, Dodge Charger slash Challenger slash Camaro slash Mustang slash, you know, there were other muscle cars as well. So monocoque or space frame? I think I'm gonna go with monocoque. Oh, you can actually make a rear longitudinal version of this. So you can make the sedan the rear engine. I didn't know that. Don't want to really try it though, because we're gonna give this a big ass engine. And these springs on the rear. This is obviously gonna get a V8. With push rods. And I believe aluminum heads were definitely a thing already back then, so let's try and keep the weight down just a little bit at least. And we're gonna make it big. Seven liters, pretty much. Yeah, I mean, but let's see what sort of numbers this gets. We're gonna need a strong. We're gonna need a strong internals. I'm not gonna go with fuel injection because mechanical fuel injection is very expensive. And then 7 liter engine. And then 70, you weren't really, you didn't really have to go with a catalytic converter yet. They weren't really. I mean, I'm pretty sure they existed. At least they may have, but like nobody really cared back then before the oil crisis. I mean, it's not like nobody cared, but it wasn't mandatory. So in practice, it was like, yeah, whatever. Oh, bang on 300 horsepower. We can give this more. We can give this more power, for sure. And look, the internals actually can last quite a bit. Well, can handle actually quite a lot higher RPMs. Let's see, we have no more valve float now because we increased the cam profile. 320 horsepower. I want this thing to be loud in Beam, so I'm gonna delete the second muffler. Yeah, no, it's gonna be very loud. Yeah, American Muscle is known about eating fuel. Yeah, of course. Roughly 15% efficiency is actually not terrible for an engine like this. There we go. 325 horsepower. So we're gonna go with the sedan. No, I don't want this one to be red. The blue looks nice, but I think I want this to be black. Yeah, I think black is the best color. Make it rich, as in the fuel mixture. fuel mixture a little bit richer. Okay. Okay, now we're talking. Now we can add some more compression, which is gonna give us more torque as well. $340 horsepower. Okay, now we're talking. I think this is fine. This might not even get terrible weight distribution simply because the rear end is so long. And now for the looks. I think double round headlight is the way to go on these ones. Maybe smaller though. Sort of like that. And then we can add something like this. And put the indicators in there. And why can I not select the freaking indicators? There we go. It'll get a terrible weight distribution. We're gonna have a massive engine up front, and we're gonna have 3 seats and a large rear end on the back. So maybe it's not gonna be quite as horrible as it might first appear. I think I want dual fog lights as well down here. And then now it still needs a main grille, and I believe we should go with this one maybe. This is gonna be a big sedan, you know. The headlights need to go a little bit further up. So that affects just the outside. Yeah, I think that looks good. I can say it'll be 70-30 for the front. Let's see about that. I mean, it will still be nose heavy, but I don't think it's gonna be as nose heavy as maybe some other cars with large engines from this sort of time period. Indicators. Let's just go with these. I think I want to go with like a chrome stripe across here. So bumper bar, this. Maybe all the way across the car. No, don't rotate it. I want to do that. Come on now. Mouse sensitivity is too high. There we go. I would have put it to the bottom of the part of the car where the doors are. You mean like here? Down there. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I sometimes do that as well. Oh, what is that? Red. I think it kind of punches a hole and then the red reflects from somewhere. Yeah. Sadly, that's not gonna be the way I'm gonna do this. Oh man, no, this is too thick as well. I think I'm gonna do it like this. Then add a door handle. That's the reflection, yeah. Sadly, you can't really do much about it. So this is gonna line up with that. Then we're gonna do this here as well. The rear door is apparently a little bit shorter than the front one. That's a little bit far down for a door, isn't it? But it's all about the style. Okay. So we are gonna stretch this along and right. Okay. One second. All right. How was my release from yesterday? I knew I approved the competition. JK, I realized way after I sent it the car that I've done it wrong. Your car was good, but it yeah, as I said, it was like you built the car that we were supposed to be going up against, as opposed to building a rival for it, and that is the thing that. Apart from that, you did a good job of making an actual Elise. Like, credit where credit is due. But there was one car that that I feel drove a little bit better, or just as good, and had original looks to it. And that car won. So there is that. I'm gonna give this these sort of mirrors. Why are they so small? I'll put them here. Should be good. And then I'm gonna put the fuel tank yeah, right here. So that you always see in the rear view mirror if you've whether or not you actually put the gas cap back on. It's gonna remind you if you made a mistake. Rear end. I think I'm also gonna go for 2 lights, but instead, wait, no, those are not the correct ones. But instead, of course, these are gonna be red. Maybe a little bit larger, actually. That's not what I wanted. And then we put the indicators here, I believe, right on the bumper. Put the number plate right here. Actually, no, put it down here. And then I think I want to go with this back here as well. Just then I want to go with this. Like so, yeah. And maybe a chrome bar all across. Mm-hmm. Actually, it should go right here. I don't know, I think I'm gonna go without it. This is just gonna have the badge over here. Hey Sendero, how's it going? Need wider tires in the back. We'll get to that. We're still in the design phase. Okay, go with these. Yeah, okay. I think I like it. Actually, we also want to give it an antenna, because this is going to be sort of a luxury sedan. Let's put it here. Right, it's gonna be rear-wheel drive, and it's gonna have 3-speed auto maybe. I mean, we could have a 3-speed auto, which would probably be more adequate for a big sedan like this, or we could go with a 4-speed manual. But I think realistically, in 1970, a car like this would have had an auto. This is gonna have an open diff, I think. Then we get to the tires. These are currently 205s. I think like the biggest they realistically had back then on a big sedan was something along the lines of 235s. I mean, sure, bigger tires existed, but pretty much only for, like, you know, race cars or, you know, really exotic cars. We're gonna leave this with some steel rims, yeah, and give it. Too bad you can't give the tires white walls in this game. That would be this would be one such candidate for it, I think. And we're gonna give this disc brakes on the front. It's gonna need it on the rear as well, because otherwise, I mean, sure, having disc brakes all around was not really that common back then, but it was something that was occasionally done. 5 seats, luxury, and actually, Yeah, let's have a phonograph in there. Power steering, yeah. As a luxury car, it should have that. It should also have advanced safety equipment. It's gonna have hydro-pneumatic springs. And it's gonna have oversteer apparently. Yeah, because the front camber is quite aggressive. This doesn't have all that much sportiness, but that's expected. And then I'm gonna raise this a little bit, like so. And look at that, the weight distribution isn't that bad actually, 55-45. It's decent. Yeah, it needs bigger brakes. Well, I don't think we can make the brakes big enough for this to really not have any brake fade at all. So, then again, this is a large 1970 sedan with a 7-liter V8. Those cars didn't have perfect brakes either, like by any means. Drivetrain and performance. The torque is uncomfortable, huh? And then sound insulation. Yeah, I mean, we have a luxury interior and a phonograph, so it should be more comfortable than that, but I guess it isn't. .35 seconds, 0 to 100. Pretty fast top speed for the time. And it's gonna go faster. With a locker diff, it doesn't do it that much faster. How about the manual? 7.3 seconds. Yeah, that's what I thought. But then, yeah, it loses a lot of drivability and some comfort. Tell you what, I'll drive it like this and see what happens. Uh, 7.0. I don't think we need a bigger engine for this. Like 7 liters and 340 horsepower is enough. Welcome back, LHH GTS. Gonna save. And gonna export both of the cars that we built today. This is just a cheap eco box. Doesn't really have any. Yeah, it's a 3-speed auto. There are no 4-speed autos in 1970 in the game. So, and I figured that a sedan like this would have realistically had an automatic in real life. So, Export. Okay, and I think for now I'm gonna switch over to BeamNG. So I'm gonna pull up this screen for just a second. It's not responding at the moment. Yeah, okay, there we go. It should load soon. I want to hear that engine as well, though. It has only one straight through muffler and no second muffler. I guess that's probably why it doesn't have higher comfort as well. Like, yeah. Give me 1 second. There's BeamNG. This should go on this monitor. Okay. Then we need to full screen this and should be good to go. So free roam. We're gonna test both of the cars we built on the stream on the automation test track first, just to see how they do. I don't remember the BeamNG that BeamNG updated. It did rather recently, like yesterday maybe, 2 days ago. There we go. This is the 55 horsepower EcoBox. So front wheel drive. I mean, it's not fast, as you can tell by the tachometer, but I mean, okay, here on the straight you can really feel that it's quite slow, but actually it turns in reasonably well. No ABS on this one, obviously, so okay, yeah, that was loud? Really? For me it's extremely quiet. I can barely hear it at all. So I think that's in my OBS settings then. Gonna real quickly okay. Better? Okay, good. I mean, it's slow, but it's not pathetic in my opinion. Like, you could drive this on the highways in, you know, my home country Austria, where the speed limit is 130 kilometers an hour, which is like 70 miles an hour, something like that. Nah, more than that. It's like 80, about 80 miles an hour, I think. And this does reach 80 miles an hour, yeah. We've seen it. It does understeer a lot when it does when it brakes, because it doesn't have ABS, of course. But overall, this is, for an eco box of 1975, it's reasonable. The handling is decent, no huge understeer, but of course there's some. Now I'm curious to drive the big boy. This thing. Overall, it's a Yugo. That's some sound right there. Is it too loud? No? Okay. Oh god, the grip too. Well, what grip? Fair enough. It's just the type of the sound. Yeah, I mean, it's... It's a great noise for sure that this thing makes. Oh yeah. Roaring thunder, exactly. Oh, yeah. Way too much mass. Understeer. That was some wheel spin right there. Are we gonna be able to take this corner? What? It's a 2-ton bulldog, yeah, exactly. Brake early. Okay, just about in time. And this is like the classic old school automatic that doesn't know when to shift too. Like, this is exactly the reason why for a long time people who drove manuals did not like driving automatics at all. Like, modern automatic transmissions are actually very smart for the most time. And especially now that, you know, most automatics also have the shift pedals that you can use to shift the gears yourself, it's a lot less of a nuisance. But back in the day, the brakes on this one, the brakes on this car are horrendous. I'm actually surprised they haven't faded yet. Let's see the aero debug of it. I wanna make it through this corner first. Okay, that time we slowed down a little bit before the corner, and this time it was no problem. Yeah, look at that. I'm hard on the brakes. It took forever to stop there. Excuse me. Stop the engine so you don't roll away. Options. No. Yeah, user interface, customizing your iApp. Drag and downforce, you say. Huh? You need to enable the advanced options. Where? Gameplay. User interface, okay, yeah. Enable advanced functions, okay, there we go. And then it's not there, I don't think. I'll just click the escape, okay. Ah, yeah, start the engine would probably be a good guess. That's the first time I've drifted through that corner. Click that bug? Where? There. And aerodynamics debuff. Okay. Drag and lift. Now what does that tell me? Boosted on for static mix from the panel, okay. Red is for drag. Not bad for a block. Okay, now I wanna get rid of it. Because it's kind of irritating. Off. This does like to drift quite a lot as well, but it is very easy to control when it does so. This is a drift car actually. And in a straight line, it's not that slow. I mean, it's not fast, but I mean, it could be worse. Nope, not gonna make it. It's just a dent. It doesn't even seem to have hurt the suspension at all. Okay, still a little bit too fast for that corner. Okay, it is somewhat pulling to the right. Low horsepower and a lot of torque. You see, 340 horsepower isn't what I would consider low horsepower. But yeah, it has a lot of torque. And it sounds like the devil as well. I don't know, I really grew up with high horsepower cars. I mean, I'm a little bit below Austria. Where are you from? yeah. Should probably look at the track when trying to take a corner. Croatia, okay. I've been there. Once or twice in my life. I hate it because of our politicians. I mean, I guess everyone says that about their country. I mean, politicians are, like, usually you never hear very many positive things about politicians in your own country, right? It's always like, hey, whenever someone does something in another country, it's like, oh, look, check out that country, check out that guy. They just did this. Whereas in another country, like in that person's home country, it'll be like, yeah, this guy sucks. Yeah, I'm not very fond of Austrian politicians either. Like, and I'm speaking of current Austrian politicians, not the ones from, 1940. Like the worst thing is in Austrian politics is that we have one person who is who thinks that we are being too generous to immigrants, and personally I do agree. And whenever he makes a new suggestion, saying because obviously Austria is in a bit of a bad spot financially, we have so many debts that we can't really pay at the moment. Whenever he makes a suggestion of lowering the cost that the immigrants cost us, it's always like, oh, he's a Nazi. They don't just use the more modern and grown-up term, oh, he's a racist. No, instead they use a term that lost its meaning to everybody else in the world like 70 years ago. But yeah, in Austria and Germany, sure, that word is still being used, making everybody else in the world laugh about us. Yeah. Well, I mean, you can't really change people, can you? Did we not give this thing ABS? I thought we did. Whoa! Big drift. It pulls to the right though. Yeah, I think we may not have given this ABS. Could that be? I thought we did. Oh, it has power steering. That's the driving aid that we gave it. ABS isn't available yet. Yeah, now I remember. Oh, yeah, that's gonna hurt. I can't get myself out of here. Can I? No, I don't think I can get out of here. Okay. I think I wanna go here and see how fast this would go in the long tunnel. Because it is a sort of muscle car after all. Like of course the most iconic muscle cars were actually pony cars, like the Mustang, the Charger, the Challenger. Well, I guess the Charger was a... Look, I don't know the exact definition of what makes a muscle car as opposed to a pony car, but other than the size. But I think the Charger may have actually been a Charger may have been a muscle car or a mid-sized muscle car or whatever, whereas the Challenger was a pony car. I think that's how it was. This, however, is a full-size muscle car. Pony cars have a V6? Not true. The Mustang of the 60s had a V8, the Camaro had a V8, the Challenger had a V8. When they changed it. Yeah, but we're talking about like 60s and early 70s muscle cars here. This actually handles surprisingly well, considering it's such a big car and weighs like 2 tons. I thought that Challenger was the smaller one of the two. The Charger is the larger one, isn't it? So that would make the Challenger the pony car and the Charger the muscle car. A Pontiac GTO is a muscle car, yeah, not a pony car. It's larger than that. The Firebird, I guess, would be the pony car. Gonna go back to automation and build something else. Challenger is the bigger one, are you sure? Yeah, no, the Charger was the larger one. Well, yeah, today, yeah. I'm talking about, 1969. According to Wikipedia, the Charger was indeed the larger vehicle of the two back in the day. All right. Yeah, the Challenger was like 4.8 meters in 1969, and the Charger was 5.3 meters in 1969, so that would make it larger. Let's see what else we have here. I feel like I haven't made a car with this body in a while. Gonna make this like 52. And an inline 6, because I think it fits perfectly. Oh, sorry. So the body I chose, excuse me, body I chose was gonna be this one. No, I just forgot to switch scene in OBS. That's my mistake. So I'm gonna do like a 4-liter a 4-liter inline-6 or something like that. Probably gonna need heavy duty for this one, and way lower compression. Yeah, okay, so this doesn't rev very high at all. Okay. Okay, this doesn't really do that much apparently. $155 horsepower, 320 newton meters. Those are nice numbers. Okay, let's see. Okay. Making it a little bit sleeker. And I think for this one, no, you know what? I think I have a, yeah, that's better. And then, pretty obvious choice as far as the headlights go and where they go. And then the indicators would be right underneath. If they even had indicators back then, but they probably did. You can make a DB4 style. Maybe. DB4. Don't think I want to copy that. Instead, I think I'm going to use this grill. It still makes it look kind of DB4-esque. Although it doesn't look like a direct copy. And I'm gonna go with another hood ornament for a badge. Yeah, let's put it on the actual hood. They didn't have side indicators back then, so gonna leave those out. I want these rims, they look pretty nice. If the Beetle had the indicators, then that car will have indicators. Yeah. And then for the rear, it's kind of... I mean, I could go with these, obviously, but... I kind of want to go with what I did on the last car and just put these on here. Actually, no. Let's see. Yeah, actually. And then like so. And put them right there. Sure. taillight section. There are the ones that look much more classier than those. You mean these? Or these? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know which ones you mean. But I think these are fairly adequate for a 52 coupe. Actually, it would only have one exhaust. They removed them. Ah, yeah. I guess so. What this does need is a gas cap, though. Let's put that right here. And it needs mirrors as well. These, maybe? No. Can't put them where they should go anyway. Gonna give it the same ones as the previous car again. No? No. You can't actually... And this would be an awkward mirror shape, but it would sort of work. It wouldn't be adjustable, but you know, adjustable door mirrors in 1952 would have been, you know, adjustable door mirrors in 1952 would have been extremely fancy. Now for the transmission, I think this should have a 4-speed manual. Open diff, I guess. And then cross-ply tires. Sports tires for whatever that means in 1952. Front tires are narrow. Yeah, I mean, yeah, but so 185s then, I guess it is. No. No bigger rims. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think I know which ones you mean, but they have not been in the UE4 engine ever, so we can kind of say goodbye to those, unfortunately. 4, and then Sport Interior Premium Radio, which means it needs an antenna as well, I guess. Yeah, make it stick out like that, sure. It's a good idea. And no advanced 40 safety for whatever that means. This is a sports car, so it's gonna have stiffer sway bars. And yeah, I think I'll just see how it drives. should sound pretty good in Beam as well. 155 horsepower in 1952 is no slouch, by the way. 202 kilometers an hour, that's in less than 10 seconds, 0 to 100. That is fast in 1952. It's not as heavy as the sedan, yeah, obviously, because it's much smaller. And the engine is like 3 liters smaller as well, so yeah. One more thing. Actually, no, you know what? I just wanna... I guess I just wanna go and drive that in Beam as well. We just exported it, so I'm gonna give you this screen for just a second as well while I'm loading Beam. This time I'll try not to forget to switch scenes again. And yeah. I don't know why, but Beam always messes with things. Like it pulls the thing that I had on one monitor to the other monitor. And when I click that window in order to pull it back to the correct monitor, it makes the game be not full screen anymore. Then I have to mess with that again. It's only with Beam. It's the only game that does that. Doesn't have anything to do with the streaming as well. You need to change it in the Beam setting. Okay, and now let's go to options. Full screen, 1080p, 60 Hz. Exactly what it should be. Yeah. Exactly what it should be. Where's the car we just built? This one, okay. Yeah. Oh, I forgot. We don't really have brakes on this car. I think it's so much faster. Yeah, I think so too. It handles well too. The only thing, of course, where the age does show is with the brakes. Of course, the 4-liter motor does also have quite a bit of torque. Yeah, the brakes are basically non-existent. They are drum brakes. Yeah. But as far as the grip goes of this car, it's decent actually. I was expecting far worse from the cross-ply tires. And let's actually see how fast this goes from 0 to 62. .7, I guess. You chosen the sport compound. Yeah, but still, I mean, sports tires of 1952 probably have less grip than, you know, shitty tires of today. I would suggest so at least. Yeah, but this car is actually kind of fun to drive as well. The engine sound is really unique. Actually, they didn't change that much. They only changed the hardness and the softness. I mean, I'm pretty sure they did find, you know, better tire profiles and better compounds for grip over the past like 60 years or whatever. And also don't forget that these are cross-ply tires as opposed to radial tires. I kind of want to take this to the handling track. Maybe the tires only have those metal string. That's why they can't be wider. Yeah. I'm gonna go to the handling track with this. Actually, I don't wanna like have to cycle through the cars again. I will just drive there. Yeah, I can teleport there, I guess. But we're basically already there anyway. This is fun here. Actually. Whoa, okay. Beam actually recognizes that with these taillights only the upper half lights up when I brake, so that's also pretty smart of them actually. One wheel burnout, yeah. One tire fire, as they say. You know what? Here it's actually a lot more fun than on the big track, because here you're not going very fast, so you don't need to brake as much, and therefore you don't notice that. You don't notice it as much that the brakes are terrible. Yeah, this is fun here. I want to complete this lap, and then I'm gonna round up the stream with another car that I built off stream, but that I wanted to showcase anyway. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's a reminder of the brakes. 5? What do you mean? Oh, okay, I see. Anyway, the car I'm about to show you is a very small, lightweight mid-engine car. And it is really made for these sort of handling tracks and whatnot. It's a 2020 car. Has very futuristic lights and fixtures and whatnot. It has a 2-liter naturally aspirated inline-six. Excuse me. Yeah. The 6-cylinder revs to 9,700 RPM. And this feels awesome around here. To improve your diffuser making skills. I mean, for the most part, it's just like, hey, you use grills and vents, right? And they, as such, they don't provide any downforce anyway, so it's not really... I mean, I have made fancier diffusers in the past, of course, but for this one I didn't take that much time because it's effectively a whole lot of work for basically nothing. Well, you use like, yeah, or bumper bars, I guess, yeah. But bumper bars, grills or vents do not add any downforce. That's the problem there. In Beam it makes downforce, really? We did get a little bit of air on that one. But in that case I should probably go and make this diffuser a little bit fancier. But I kinda like the way that this is balanced. At the moment it has 250 horsepower, does 0 to 100 in 4.6 seconds, at least in automation, and it goes 251 kilometers an hour, also according to automation. So yeah. Okay. Let's actually measure how fast this really is from 0 to 100. camera, would you please switch back? 5.21 seconds. Yeah, I mean, the thing is that the manual gear shifts in this game are really slow when you're using the buttons on the controller. I don't have a wheel, so potentially with that it could be faster. I don't know. But when you're using the controllers and you just use buttons to up or down shift like me, then these shifts are really slow. If I gave this a sequential gearbox, it would shift a lot faster, and it would probably get to 0 to 100 in like 4.6 seconds or whatever. Oh, you gotta love that sound. And you gotta love that this can do this corner absolutely flat out, no problem at all. Oh yeah, and the brakes are way stronger than we were used to. Sounds like a V6. I don't know what V6 you're referring to there, but I think it sounds about as inline six as it can go. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna wrap up the stream for today. This car drives absolutely awesome. And I'm gonna be streaming again next Saturday at 4 p.m. GMT, aka 6 p.m. Central European time. Just like today. And hope to see you guys there. Thanks for sticking around. And I hope to see you next Saturday. Until then, have a good one. Bye bye.